Hello and welcome to the Pointless Distractions podcast. I'm your host, Kyle Draper. With me.
Graham Bergeron.
Scott Westerman.
All right, guys. So, episode 3? Did we
Sure.
decide yet? Or is it 4?
3.
We're just going to say 3. So, how do you guys feel so far about our little enterprise here? I think we're slowly gelling and getting it all together and whatnot.
Yeah,
Hope
not
so.
too bad.
Maybe as we get to know Graham a little more, we'll start ribbing him a little.
I don't think he wants that.
Well, tough. He's going to get it.
So, have you guys been following the news in the last couple days?
Trying not to.
Out of Connecticut?
News out of Connecticut, no.
So, February 17th, there was a fire at I guess just a regular house. They went in, stopped it, didn't burn the house down. They
Boo.
found a 32-year-old man that weighs 68 pounds that started the fire on his own because, according to him, he's been locked up in the house by his stepmother, Kimberly Sullivan, age 56, for the last 20 years.
How much you say he weighed?
68 pounds.
68 pounds.
I guess his diet was 2 sandwiches and 2 bottles of water a day for the last 20 years.
Jesus.
Guess I got my new weight loss program. So
he was just locked in the house?
According to the article, in an 8x9 room since he was in the 4th grade. He's 32 now?
Since he's in the 4th grade.
Yeah. And he was last actually seen in 2005. I guess he would be let out 2 hours a day to do chores, which kind of reminds me of my own childhood.
You get back to your room.
I wonder if everything he knows, ended in 2005. Did they come in and rescue him? And he's like, wait, you got to tell me, what was in the hatch on Lost?
Right. Well, I'm sure he was completely cut off from the outside world if he was locked in a room and only eating like his little 2 sandwich eating bitch, and hasn't been seen in 30 years? 20 years, I guess. He's 32, so yeah, he probably been 9 or 10 in 4th grade.
Yeah, I guess
Dang.
his
He was definitely into Lost.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was in the hatch.
Nice. I wonder if he's feral or sees an ultraviolet, if he was in the dark. I'm kind of hoping he's a mutant or something. That would be
He's got
pretty
the
cool.
sharpened teeth.
Looks like
Going on a
Batboy.
bone. Yeah, there you go. Oh man, you guys remember Batboy? Weekly World News?
Vaguely.
Oh my gosh, that was the best. Whatever happened to Weekly World News? I wonder when that stopped publishing. I'm gonna look that up.
When the internet came out?
Probably, yeah. Oh man, those used to be the best. Batboy would pop up about every 3 weeks. Oh, they do have an online website now. The newspaper formatted in 2007. So yeah, this guy thinks the Weekly World News is still being published out there.
Possibly if he was following that when he was 10.
Well, who wasn't?
So wait, he started the fire?
Yeah, he started a fire using a hand sanitizer, and it said printer paper. So
It took
obviously,
him,
he
not
took
to
the
be
risk
rude,
of
but
burning up in the fire.
It took him 20 years to try burning the house down?
I don't know, maybe he was a mama's boy. I don't know. It said it was his stepmom, that his dad, his actual father, died, I believe it said a year ago. I think it said he was wheelchair bound too.
So he
His
was
dad
in
was, or
on
he
it?
was?
The dad? Yeah, I guess so.
He had to have been, yeah, if he just died a year ago.
Oh, that's terrible.
Wow.
There's no pictures as of yet. They showed Kimberly Sullivan, the mother, and she looks exactly like you would expect her to.
People of Walmart.
Yeah, pretty much.
Goblin person.
I'm chucking my hammer her.
Both.
So I wonder if the guy was he special needs or something? Because why didn't he just leave at some point? He's 33 years old.
I guess in 2005 when they checked in on him, it was, I'm assuming, the truancy officer or the school board. And
Yeah, so he'd have been 12 then, if he's 32 now, 11 or 12. So yeah, okay, cool. I'm sure your parents can get you to do stuff and lie to the truancy officer there, but at some
guy
point,
turns 21, and he's not
I'd be like, peace out.
Yeah, I want some
20
pussy, I'm
years?
getting out of here.
I mean,
Wow.
at that point, it's just a failing of the government.
He has to be
This person
severely...
hasn't turned up in 20 years.
He has to be severely emotionally damaged from that, and brainwashed or something to not just at one point leave. Although if he was locked in the room, maybe he just couldn't get out. And then, yeah, the only way to get out was start a fire. That's crazy.
Yeah, it said he was definitely locked in. I don't think he was just,
Okay.
a padlock on a door. I think he was...
So he probably didn't have a window or anything.
Yeah, like I said, it said an 8x9 room. That's crazy. Waterbury, Connecticut. Don't know if that fact matters.
Everything
Wanted what you
matters.
So have you guys seen all this? It keeps popping up on my Facebook, but these Pokemon kiosk machines.
Oh,
I didn't even know about these until the other day, but I guess they're popping up in grocery stores all across America.
just
What are they exactly?
It's like
they're
a red
just
box,
scalper heaven.
like a
Okay.
red box that sells boxes of Pokemon cards.
Sells boxes,
Box,
not
no, not
packs,
just
but
packs.
boxes.
Like
Okay, so like a vending machine, but
I
it
don't know,
sells
Graham. You know
boxes.
more about that than me. It's like, is it booster boxes or?
I don't know the contents. It's just like scalpers were abusing it because
No.
after COVID, they would just go. The scalpers would go in and they'd clean out like Targets and WalMarts
Hmm.
all their stock. So those stores changed their like selling habits for those to be like two things per person per day. And so they have to find a way to rip people off somehow, so they just abuse these unregulated kiosks.
Yeah, and I was reading the actual kiosks are run by Pokemon like company and Nintendo, so it's not just some random guy gets a machine and stocks it himself. It's run by Pokemon, and there's tons of videos of just straight up brawls in front of it, and
Really?
Oh
It's like
yeah,
Cabbage Patch Kids.
there's big money in Pokemon cards right now.
so I guess the major issue right now is they've instituted a you can only buy two policy, I guess, based on your debit card, credit card, or whatever. But that's not going to beat the scalpers, so they've been going there with
Right.
multiple cards and still cleaning it out.
Or bring a couple friends with you or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, but it's so sad to watch that and just like, why do you
Like
care that much?
if you're gonna hire someone to
Money.
constantly stock this vending machine, why not just hire someone to like run a booth?
It's Japan, man. They love their vending machines.
But it just invites scummy Americans to clean them out to sell Pokemon cards to kids at crazy inflated prices.
Man, dirtbag scalpers are always going to find a way to get around the system, though.
I feel like 5 years ago when Graham was heavily into Yu-Gi-Oh, if he had the funds, he would have done that too. Don't lie.
Oh, I've tried selling Yu-Gi-Oh cards before, but I bought my product online.
I'm
I mean, I,
assuming, Scott, you never got into Pokemon or your kids into that.
no, they were briefly. My oldest kid was kind of into it because all the other kids at school were into it. So you know how that goes. The cool kids at school get into something, so everybody's got to get into something. We're like
What, I'm
one
sorry. I'm
birthday, one
sorry.
Christmas.
Did you say the cool kids at school were into Pokemon?
Yeah, believe it or not, that was a thing about
Oh,
5 years ago.
times have changed.
Because it kind of went away for a while and then it just kind of popped up briefly and was like popular and cool again for about 6 months. And then it went away again, as far as I can tell. I mean, come on, they were doing Happy Meals. McDonald's was doing Happy Meals with Pokemon cards there. They've done that a couple times.
Well, I
It was
was
it was right around that time.
when Pokemon first came out. I was a freshman in high school, I guess. I'm 42 now. I remember Pokemon Red and Blue coming out for Game Boy. I had Blue. My sister had Red, and I
Oh,
remember going to.
I was 10. I was prime age to get hooked for life.
I remember going to whatever it was before GameStop, Electronics Boutique, whatever it was called, and
Oh, EB
just
Games. Yeah.
yep, same
EB
store in the
Games.
mall. But yeah, it was just easy to get at that time. It was right before it blew up, and
That's
I'd
funny.
only known about that Charizard.
I was in college when Magic the Gathering came out, and there was a guy who was, geez, he would have been 20 or 21, and he just had a kid with his girlfriend. And this guy was dropping thousands of dollars on Magic cards because he was going to, be rich, become rich and everything. He probably ultimately did if he kept them all, but it was just like,
Oh,
dude, you got a kid to feed.
Are those even
Jeez.
valuable? Like in the beginning, like
Some of the early ones probably are. I don't
well, I
know.
know they are now, but did anybody know at the time?
no.
I don't think so.
Plus, with all those things, like as soon as you see these games as an investment, it's over. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
pack it in.
It's not fun anymore.
No,
Becomes a
like,
job instead of a hobby. If you actually were into the hobby in the first place, a lot of these scalpers aren't. They'll just be like, I see money, I'm going to go buy it, resell it.
oh yeah, and so like I said, I sold Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but mainly the only reason that I did it wasn't to like make money. I just liked opening the cards, and then I didn't do anything with them, so I would sell them to make my money back.
See, that's how it was when my kids got into, or my oldest kid got into Pokemon. He had to have this and he had to have that, and he would look for this pack, and we'd go to Walmart and buy the special one that was guaranteed to have the cool card in it. And he never learned how to play the game, and he never really traded or had any interest to play the game. It's just ultimately he ended up just giving them all away to a kid that wanted them about a year later. It's like, oh, here's a couple $100 worth of Pokemon cards. Enjoy.
Graham, did you play like the original release Game Boy game, like when it came out, either Red or Blue?
Um, I didn't own it, but I definitely played them.
I've never played a single Pokemon game in my life. Not even Pokemon Go.
Well, the reason I ask, we were covering this earlier before the show in our group text, but you want to tell? We were holding off so we could do it live, but you want to tell? You want to tell Scott about the whole Lavender Town myth story?
I mean, it's just a whole bunch of nonsense. So basically,
It's pretty cool
La-
though.
Lavender Town, it's like a ghost town. There's a big building there that's a cemetery for Pokemon, and the
Oh,
music
jeez.
the music is just kind of eerie. So someone online decided to just one day make up a story saying that in Japan, a bunch of kids listened to that music and like went crazy and like were violent, and a whole bunch of kids committed suicide, and there's no proof of any of it, but
It's Reefer Madness.
well, the thing that reinforced it is there was an episode of the show in Japan that aired and put like thousands of kids in the hospital because it had like super flashing lights,
Oh, the
and
seizures, yeah.
it gave so many kids seizures, and everyone's like, "Well, the game did that too. It made kids kill themselves."
Pokemon is a tool of Satan.
And then a part of that myth is when it was released in the U.S., they changed the like a note or certain tone of the song just enough that American kids didn't go nuts and kill themselves or have
Well,
excruciating
there's
headaches.
other like aspects to it too. There are some people that are like, no, it wasn't designed to make kids kill themselves. It was like Japanese military propaganda, and it like slowly brainwashed the children.
I think I'd rather believe that.
It's just all nonsense.
Yeah, I saw it was when you guys mentioned this, I briefly looked at the Wikipedia on it, and the one thing that stood out to me is it said it was children were committing suicide after listening to the track from high-pitched tones that only they could hear. Because, as you get older, there's certain pitches you can't hear with your ears anymore.
I meant it's definitely a grating song. I meant,
So it's only kids that could hear these special tones, which is kind of funny.
well, Scott, we did send you a copy of it. Unfortunately, we're not
I have
sure.
not listened to it yet.
Yeah. We're pretty sure
I mean-
because it's Nintendo and copyrighted that we can't play this actual song on the podcast.
All right.
But if any of the listeners want to hear it, just look up Pokemon Lavender Town Japanese theme. And it's
Original
right on
Japanese version. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to put it through my headphones here.
I mean,
I-
all you need to know about this story is that it's most likely started on 4chan. So,
there. Well, that means it's true.
obviously.
Are you having a nosebleed yet?
No, not yet.
Do you want to overthrow the Japanese government?
Don't do too many notes. You're going to get us flagged.
That's okay. I'm so tone deaf. They'll be like, I can't recognize that song by his shitty rendition of it. Okay, it's a little like, for people that aren't listening or haven't looked at it up yet, it's got some high pitched system, and then it's got over that it's got just got some dissonant chords, really just kind of off tune and very electronic. Yeah, this would probably drive you nuts after a little while, but no more than like the Tetris theme, which just gets stuck in your head for the rest of your life.
Well, I meant they had to with the limitations of a Game Boy speaker, so
Yeah.
But thank God they changed it for America.
Yeah.
I know.
America.
Mass hysteria.
Dogs and cats living together. Hopefully I don't have terrible nightmares tonight, wake up and murder my kids at 3 a.m. or something.
Do a Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't make you lock them in their rooms.
I might until they're about 30 years old.
Maybe
Then
that's
I
what
wanna-
happened.
I want to
Maybe
move
this-
out.
Ooh,
Maybe
that
this-
makes sense.
Maybe the stepmom went to Lavender Town.
There it goes. Yeah. So Lavender Town is the burial ground for deceased Pokemon and a place to find ghosts of Pokemon. That's really dark.
I remember
Oh,
when I originally
it's-
played it, I was like, this is kind of eerie, but I didn't think it was anything sinister.
That's because you have the
Well-
music off.
There's more. Like, there's some implied murder in those games.
Well, yeah.
So you have a rival who battles you throughout the game, and at one point he has a Pokemon on his team, and then you meet him at Lavender Town in the tower, and he's all somber and stuff, and one Pokemon is missing from his team for the rest of the game. So It's subtly implied that during one of your battles, you killed it, and he was just there to mourn.
There's a gravestone over there with a fresh pile of dirt in front of it. Like,
No wonder all those kids were killing themselves.
oh, you killed my favorite Pokemon. That's pretty dark. I did not know that they actually had this as part of the Pokemon world. But there's been so many freaking Pokemon games over the years, haven't there? How many Pokemon games are there, do you know?
Oh, that's a loaded question. There's been 9 generations of Pokemon games. So like
Wow.
Red and Blue was one generation. So it's iffy if you count those as 2 different games or not.
Right?
Say, don't worry,
So
people.
there's been like
Pokemon talk.
Yeah, this is
there's
probably the
been
only
9.
time we're doing Pokemon talk on this show.
Oh, thank God I could do this all day. So it varies. It varies because
All right, so a lot.
every time they release 2 that are essentially the same game.
People call it, slap a different color on it and call it a
Well, a lot of them are colors, so
name. There's this other podcast I listen to, G.I. Joe related. I think it's Talking Joe, and they do theme songs for everything. So it's great. There's a bunch of guys out of England, and they're super huge Joe fans. But anyway, one of the theme songs is about weird G.I. Joe merchandise, and they did a segment on that. And of course, the guy had to write a theme song for it, and the theme songs are just like painfully bad. I think they're done that way intentionally, but they're funny as hell. And it's like, take any old crap and slap Flint's in the face on it. Just like, yep, pretty much was G.I. Joe marketing from in the mid to late 80s. Take whatever crap you want, slap Flint's face on it. There you go. That's basically what Pokemon is. Slap a new color on it. New game.
All right, guys.
Advertising for other podcasts.
Do you want to try to get into this game? Because I think it will go a little longer than the last couple of ones we've done. I want to give it plenty of time to.
I've been looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I want to do this. This is gonna be fun.
All right. So my whole
Embarrassing.
idea, the whole start of this is constantly throughout the years, I'll talk about movies with Graham, and I'm shocked at how old are you, Graham?
35.
Damn.
Pretty much shocked at the sheer amount of good movies he hasn't seen.
Well, it's
And not using the excuse of, oh, it's from the 70s, I wasn't alive in the 80s. Like, I know 70s movies, I know 60s movies. So that's how this whole game came up. So basically, I'm going to ask you guys, don't worry, I have a whole opening for it.
okay.
Over the last few days, I've made a list. I think I'm up to 117. Now, they're all not all blockbusters. They're all famous movies or movies that have done well or what I consider good movies. There's no real shitty movies that I would consider
That's all I've seen though.
inferior. Yeah. So I had an idea that I will write down a list and then put it into a random number generator, and we'll randomize the list. We can pull them from there and then play this further down the road. And I think will be fun. So the rules are going to be, I'm going to ask both of you if you've seen these movies or not. There's 25 of them. It's pretty simple. You have or you haven't.
Wait, we got to get to the best part of this. What's the name of this game?
Well, I was going to announce it when we get into
okay.
it.
Well, okay. All right.
Okay. So obviously the person that's seen the most wins. If either of you get to 15 movies out of 25 that you have seen, you get to pick a bad movie of your choice for me to watch as the judge. The winner has to watch a movie, but it has to be a good one of his choice from that list of 25. The kicker is the loser has to watch a bad movie that's not from that list, and I already have that ready to go, and it's an awful movie.
Okay, you got to announce that up front, or do we find out at the end?
I'll tell you
what
at
our
the end when
punishment
I
is?
sentence you.
I'm getting scared already.
All right, should we start it? Welcome to Movie Court with the Honorable Judge Kyle presiding. That's me. Graham Bergeron, Scott Westerman, you are both being charged with 25 counts of misdemeanor crimes against cinema. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Totally not guilty.
Not guilty. Do either of you have any opening arguments, like why possibly you haven't seen any of these movies, or excuses ahead of time? Any
Maybe
bullshit?
they just aren't as good as you think they are. And I skipped
attacking
them
the
because
judge.
they're bad movies.
Wow, attacking the judge, not a good tactic.
Oh,
Questioning the judge's taste.
holding.
I just want
contempt.
it to be known that I think the judge has excellent taste in movies, and if I haven't seen them, it's my own ignorance, and I'm sorry. I would say if I haven't seen these movies, it's probably because I kind of stopped watching movies about 20 years ago at this point, other than like big blockbusters and stuff. So I just haven't had the time, especially once I started having kids. to actually sit down and just watch a 2-hour movie. So yeah, I just don't have the free time I used to back when I was a young whippersnapper like Graham. He has no excuse.
I did
He's
forget to
young.
mention one of the rules is if you say, you bullshit me, no, I've seen that movie, or you're lying, you've seen part of it, and you can't prove it, I can hold you in contempt of court and add another movie to your list. So Scott wouldn't have to, but that could also be in your benefit if you could see it, if you've seen it, if that makes any sense.
So what happens if we've seen most of it or part of it? What are the rules here? We have to
You
sit
have to have
down and
seen
see the whole thing?
100% of the movie.
Okay.
You don't have to be an expert at it. Tell me, like, the directors. You just had to have seen it and be honest.
Okay. I might be in trouble because I've seen lots of bits and pieces of movies, but never actually sat down and finished them. So, oh boy.
All right. Shall I present the first crime, I guess?
First charge.
First charge.
Let's do it.
Have 25 counts.
All right.
Plead
first.
guilty okay, so we plead guilty if we have not
No,
seen
just say
it.
you've seen it or not. We don't. It doesn't matter. I'm keeping score,
Okay.
but
Excellent.
we need to keep score as well, just to keep track.
All right.
First movie. Glengarry Glen Ross.
Nope.
Coffee is for Closers.
Have seen that. Coffee is for Closers.
Jack Lemmon, Alec
I had
Baldwin.
no idea what that movie's about when I saw it. It was just one of those movies that people said, you need to see this. It's awesome. I'm like, all right.
I have seen the
okay.
Coffees for Closers scene, but I have
showed
not
that
seen
to you,
the
right?
movie.
They got to get the leads. They got to get the leads. It's like 2 hours of guys stressing out because they got to get the leads or they're all going to get fired. And it's just
It's a great movie.
Is it David Mamet?
Yep, he wrote it.
I thought so.
It's actually
coming. It was a play originally, right?
Coming to Broadway, I believe.
Oh, I thought it was a play first. It was a movie first?
No, it was a play first.
Okay.
The whole Coffee is for Closers was not in the play. That was
Alec Baldwin coming in and just being awesome. He was great in that scene.
I've always wanted to learn that monologue, but it's
Yay, I'm on the board.
Oh, this is a throwaway right here. Shawshank Redemption.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, that's movie got gypped in '94 from winning Best Picture because it was going up against Forrest Gump and Pulp Fiction. It was like a distant third. It was like, holy crap.
I just thought nobody saw it until it came to like TV and
it did really pick up on like video and cable and everything. Yeah, that was a great movie. I think I told you this before, but the prison scenes were actually shot up in Mansfield Correctional, which was a prison that had shut down a couple years before production. That they did that, and it's about 45 minutes from my hometown. And the courtroom scenes in that and the sawmill scenes in that were actually filmed in my hometown of Upper Sandusky, Ohio, baby.
There you go.
Small little town, about 6,000 people. It's tiny. Well, it's probably about 8,000 now.
Is the field with the tree and the lava stone, is that in Ohio too? Do you know?
I'm not sure where that was filmed. It probably was.
All right.
Was the Tropical Beach filmed in Ohio?
Absolutely not.
It
was on a soundstage.
The Pacific has no memories, Graham.
But yeah, one of my best friends, his brother was an extra in that because they just hired a bunch of locals for, background extras and stuff. And you can never actually see him in the movie, but he swears. He's like, in that one scene when they're going through and they're doing that, that's my hand. It's like, okay, you know that hand well, do you? So it's funny seeing it now, like, geez, that movie's 30 years old now. It's kind of funny to look through and see, like, I know that person and that person and that person. That's about it.
All right, next charge. Now, remember, keep in mind, this is randomized.
Okay.
Jaws.
Oh, good Lord, yes. A million times. Honestly, was afraid to get in the pool because my brother would torment me because he would play the Jaws music.
Well, it's sad you would be afraid to get in a pool. I don't think there was going to be a great white in there.
Didn't say I was a smart kid.
It doesn't say you'll be afraid to go in the ocean. It says you'll be afraid to go in the water.
Exactly.
Afraid to get in the bathtub?
There were people that said they were afraid to get in the bathtub after that, which is hilarious. I'm like, okay, even I wasn't that dumb. And I was like, 7 or whatever. Actually, I think it was Jaws 2 that did that to me.
Your next charge, one of my favorite movies, and I'm going to guess probably you guys haven't seen it, but Waiting for Guffman, Christopher Guest mockumentary.
Have not seen it.
It's like the only Christopher Guest movie I haven't seen.
So the best one you haven't seen.
Yep.
I'm a sucker for Best in Show.
Waiting for Guffman's one of those movies that I was always told I should watch, and I just never quite got around to it.
Well, whoever wins, it's their choice, but I mean, if they pick that, they're picking right. Okay, next charge, Field of Dreams.
Yes.
If you build it, they will come.
All over your face, neck, and chest.
That's inappropriate.
I can't say I've seen the whole thing from start to finish.
All right. So far, Scott has
not my favorite movies. but you know. I
So
have seen
far,
it.
Scott has seen 4, Graham 2. Next charge, The Great Outdoors. John
John Candy,
Candy,
right?
Dan Aykroyd.
I have only seen parts of that. I've never actually watched it all the
The
way through.
fuck? How?
I don't know.
I have seen that one.
I've been in the room many times when it's been on. I've just never sat down and watched the whole movie.
Graham, do you think that's a great movie, a great comedy at least?
Oh, it's a classic. That's the one where he does the challenge to eat the big steak,
The
right?
the old 96er, the 96
Yeah.
ounce steak, and then he's got to eat all the fat and grizzle.
Oh, the gristle. Classic.
All right, your next charge, Casino. Martin
The new one?
Scorsese,
Yeah, I have
De
seen that one.
Niro, Sharon Stone, Joe Pesci.
Yes.
I think everybody's seen that one. Don't remember much about it other than, people being bad.
Next one, once again, one of the greatest horror movies of all time, the original Halloween.
Yes.
Graham,
You can't ask me horror movies. Like,
it's Halloween.
I know
It's
that
kind
it's
of a
Halloween.
big deal.
I still have not seen the whole thing from start to finish. I don't watch horror movies.
Well, yeah, I don't
That
either.
movie's
So,
pretty tame nowadays.
oh yeah, it's very tame. It's still pretty creepy.
And
Stands
there's-
up pretty well.
Yeah. There's hardly any blood in it. And
I mean, I've seen parts of it. I've not sat down and watched the whole thing.
A lot of hot. Is it the station wagon he's driving around in the whole movie? Hot
I was
station
actually
wagon
just
action.
at a Silver Scream Con in October, and that same station wagon's there.
No way.
Yeah.
It's like the touring for the Evil Dead, the old 88.
It's
old
still
wheel
like
or whatever.
mint. I meant they.
That's awesome.
Next charge, Blue Velvet.
Oh,
Kyle MacLachlan,
David Lynch, right?
Isabella Rossellini.
Is that the one with the ear
Yep.
in the field or whatever? Okay, yeah, I have seen that one.
Pabst Blue
I have
Ribbon.
not.
My roommate in college made me watch that. He was a big Lynch fan. He just died recently too, didn't he?
Yeah. Last month.
Yeah, he made me watch all those freaking David Lynch movies, and I was like, sure. Something happened. Weird stuff happened. Okay.
I mean, it's an odd film, but it's good. All right.
I should revisit that one. I haven't seen that since like, God, 93 or 94.
Okay. Your next charge, Frantic. Roman Polanski. Harrison Ford.
Wait.
He goes to Paris with his wife for like a doctor's conference, and she disappears
Oh,
at the
yeah,
hotel.
yeah.
And he spends the whole movie trying to find her.
I don't think I've actually seen it. I know the movie, but I haven't actually watched it.
I mean, it sounds incredibly familiar, but I can't say that I've seen it.
That's unfortunate.
You know, I think I'm just learning that my parents might have just had horrible taste in movies.
Yeah, I think so. All right, next charge. This goes with one of the other ones.
Oh.
The Green Mile.
I actually haven't
Frank
watched that all the way
Darabont.
through.
Directed.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks and what's his face?
What's
Michael
his-
Clark,
Clark
Duncan.
Duncan.
Have not actually seen the whole thing all the way through.
I'm tired,
I have.
Paul.
I've seen bits and pieces, and I've
Wait,
never
Graham,
actually
you
seen
say
it.
you have or haven't?
I have.
He has. Don't call it a comeback. I mean, I probably have seen the entire movie, just not all the way through in one sitting. So I can't say that I've actually seen it.
Fair enough. Next charge, 16 Candles.
Oh yeah. No more Yankee Wanky.
Wrong Duck Dong.
What's your
Can't
name?
say that I have.
You never seen 16 Candles?
John
Okay, fine.
Hughes.
I'm pretty sure that movie came out before I was born.
It was 80s,
so?
yeah. And
I
it's
think that
kind
came
of
out the year I was born.
it's kind of a chick movie too.
That is John Hughes. It's a good movie. Well,
Yeah, it's
you're gonna
It's good.
like the next one then.
Oh boy.
Dirty Dancing.
Oh my lord.
Oh,
My wife.
yes.
That's Heidi's favorite movie. Yeah. I've
So
seen
yes
that.
on both.
Yes, I've dated women and married women, so yes, I've seen that movie.
Yes, I've seen Dirty Dancing. I've listened to the soundtrack
And
more
at least
times
one-
than I can count.
And
Because
at
I
least
had an
once a
older
week, somebody
sister.
says, "Don't put the baby in the corner." At least once.
I almost said it. I almost
Yeah.
said
Please don't. I remember watching that as a kid, and for some reason, the scene when they go into the party and they got the watermelon, and the guy kicks open the door. My cousin would like make me close my eyes. Like, what was so risque in that scene? The Dirty Dancing, I guess.
I guess not fit for your young childish
Yeah.
eyes.
All right,
My virgin eyes, no.
another easy one right here. 300.
yes.
This is
You're-
Sparta.
You're gonna Sparta kick me in the face, but I've never seen it.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I've never seen that movie. I own it. I just haven't actually gotten around to watching it.
I mean, one could argue it's Zack Snyder's only good movie.
I know, that's why I want to watch it. But yeah, I have it on. I think I have it on DVD. I've had it for so long, not even Blu-ray. But I've never actually watched it.
All right. Next charge: planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yes, classic. Saw that in the theater with my dad. Actually, we did not know what to expect going in. We loved it.
All right,
Beautiful. That is a classic. That's just a great comedy.
All right,
That
this
one still
next
holds
one's
up.
definitely a chick one.
Oh boy.
Steel Magnolias.
Nope.
Julia Roberts, Dolly Parton. I'm trying to think who else is in that. Tom Skerritt. That's not going to help you guys, I
I'm
think.
scared. Nice.
Come on, Tom Skerritt's in it.
I mean,
Graham, I'm assuming you haven't seen that.
I know my parents owned it, but I never watched it.
Yeah, I've never actually sat down and watched that.
All right.
I don't
Next
have a vagina.
charge: Taxi Driver.
You talking to me? Yes, absolutely. Another one my roommate in college made me watch. He was the cinephile in the group.
I'm sorry they made you watch all these good movies.
I know, it's terrible, isn't it? Oh, twist my arm, no. Yeah,
Graham, I'm guessing not.
I have, yes. It was a very long time ago, and I don't remember much of it, but I know I have seen it from start to finish.
It's a very not happy ending.
Well, he doesn't die though, does he?
I don't remember. I just remember he goes on that killing spree, gets beat up pretty bad. I thought he did get shot at the end or something. I don't remember. It's
Don't
been
think
so
he
long.
dies. I don't know if he gets shot.
Oh, maybe he just gets captured.
All right, next charge: Tron.
Yes.
Original.
Saw that in a theater. That's how old I am. On my birthday.
Yes.
That was one of my top 5 favorite movies when I was about 12 years old.
I have seen the original, and I will pretend that I did not see the sequel.
Okay, next charge: Grumpy Old Men.
Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic movie. Have not watched that in
I
probably 20 years.
just watched that the other day.
Oh my god, it's so good. The outtakes at the end are even better. When dude just like going off on all the time.
Let me give an update right now on the score. Let's see.
It's amazing.
Graham is at 11. Scott,
I have 13, I think.
12.
12? Oh, I'm cheating.
You guys
Myself extra points.
might get to 15.
He got me with 300, man.
Next charge: the family favorite, Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
Nope.
A feel-good movie for the whole
Yeah,
family.
a feel-good movie.
I don't
No.
know
have
if I've
not.
ever heard of that.
What?
Did that win Best Picture, or was it? It was definitely one of the finalists.
I don't know if it won anything, but it's a good movie and it's heartbreaking.
What
I've never
what
seen
year
it.
did that come out?
It's a Holocaust movie,
Mid
right?
2000s.
Oh,
Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
nope. Can't say I've ever seen it.
If you ever want to feel awful, look up the ending. Don't actually do that.
And then
Next-
listen to the Lavender Town theme at the same time.
Yeah. Next charge: No Country for Old Men.
Oh, I still haven't watched it. I still have not watched it. It's
Graham,
been
you
on
said
my
yes?
Yes,
Yes.
Graham said yes. It's been on my to watch list for since it came out, and I still have not gotten around to it. And I hate myself for that.
You know, I did think it was a little boring, but
I think that ties it up, right?
I believe so. Let me see. 12. Yep, it's tied.
Whoa, and we're 12?
there's what, 4 more?
How many are left?
4 more to go.
Oh boy, this is going to be close to getting to 15.
All right. Next charge: Boys in the Hood.
Yes,
No.
Washington College.
13, 12.
I think it was one of those movies that at the time you were required to watch. It's like, yeah, it's okay.
Who directed that? John Singleton? Is that who it was?
Was it him or was it Spike Lee?
Oh, Spike Lee. I don't know what I'm thinking of. Next charge.
Because that and what, Do the Right Thing was the other movie that was out around the same time, or?
I think so. Next charge: Highlander.
Oh God, yeah. There could be only one. One of my all-time favorite movies.
Me too.
I love it. I pretend the Highlander 2 never happened. Plus, it's got a Rockin' Queen soundtrack. Come on.
Who directed that? Russell McKay.
I don't know. That was my introduction to Christopher
Christopher
Lambert.
Good timing.
Oh,
So then
he was great
popped
in
up
Mortal Kombat.
he popped up in everything there. For a
That
few
movie's not
years.
on this list. But Graham,
What?
you haven't seen
Come
that,
on.
correct?
I have seen it.
Have you seen the
Who's in it?
extended? Have you seen the extended
I
cut of
do-
Highlander they put out, the director's cut, where they added a few extra scenes?
I do want to object
No.
to Mortal Kombat not being on the list.
Yeah, maybe it'll be on the next time.
So what is it? 14, 13? Scott?
I have 1412.
After Graham said he saw Highlander, isn't it?
Okay, I've seen Highlander? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, go. 1413.
2 left.
All right, I need 1. You need 2.
I think you'll do well in these.
We can do this. We can do this.
Training Day.
No, haven't seen it.
Yes.
Again,
Wow,
you're
couldn't
gonna
plan this better. One
you're
left.
gonna
14,
Sparta kick me
14.
into the pit, right?
Oh. And if
Like-
one of us gets this, you get to watch one of our movies.
Well, yeah, you can both get it, and I can watch 2 things that you decide
So what happens
on.
if we tie? Do we
Oh
both
yeah,
tie or
what
both
do
lose?
we just
Oh
both
yeah, I
get to
didn't even
pick?
think of that. I'll have to draw another movie from the list.
Okay.
Can't we
Alright.
just both be innocent?
I don't know if Graham's seen this, even though it's one of the biggest frickin' movies in the 90s.
Oh boy.
All right. Final Charge, possibly.
All right.
Silence of the
Drum roll.
Lambs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I've seen Silence.
absolutely. Come on, who hasn't seen that?
Shit. All right, looks like we're going into overtime.
All right, hey, we are 15
And
though,
that's
right?
and that's 15, right?
That is 15 each.
15.
Yes.
Yeah. Charles gonna watch a movie.
All right, I'm
He's
gonna
so
I'm gonna
bad, huh?
draw 3 movies. Just sudden death. Whoever knows it or
Go
doesn't
till
know.
somebody wins. Okay.
All right, I have 3 movies. One of them was on that list. The other 2 are not.
Okay.
So 2 of them.
It's getting tense.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Yep.
Sphincters tighten up.
Leon the Professional.
Yes. Another movie
Yes.
saw in college.
Oh, 16. This movie we actually talked about the other day through text, but that doesn't mean anything. All right, you ready?
We should be vamping about these movies.
I know
Some of
Scott
these are
has
really
this
good.
one, so if Graham hasn't seen it, he's fucked.
Uh-oh.
Ready?
Ready.
Clear and Present Danger.
Oh yeah.
I
Graham,
don't think
guessing
I've
not?
seen. I can't. Oh. Does it count
Jack
if I've
Ryan
seen
goes
Air
to
Force One?
Columbia. Willem Dafoe.
That's what I was saying the other day.
I know I've
Thomas,
seen it.
He asked me if I like Clear and Present Danger or was it Patriot Games? Is that the second one?
That's
What's the other one?
before that.
Yeah. So it goes Hunt for Red October, then Patriot Games. And
Those
Clear
were
and
already on the list, though, when we talked about that.
And he said, "Which one do you like more?" And I said, "Cheating if I say Air Force One."
Yeah.
So the fact that Graham said that, that's awesome.
I can't say for certain that I've seen it, so I think I have to say that it's a no.
Saw that one in the theater too.
All right. I sentence you, Graham Bergeron, to a viewing of 1987's horror movie, Blood Harvest,
Oof.
coming in with a Rotten Tomato score of 35% and a runtime of 88 minutes. The plot is Joe Robinson, visiting home from college, arrives to find her parents missing and their home vandalized. Her father, a banker, has become a pariah in the rural community for foreclosing on local farms. Matters soon take a turn for the worse when Jill finds herself being stalked and her friends disappearing one by one. With only her childhood friend and former lover Gary and her mentally unstable brother Mervo, Jill fears for her life.
Mervo.
Now, this movie is
Mervo?
starring Tiny Tim. Do you know who that is?
No way.
No.
Tip Top and the Tulip.
Tiptoe through the tulips with me. Oh man, he was a freak. He used to freak me out as a kid. He'd be on the variety shows and stuff
Pretty-
and be like, "What is wrong with this guy?"
He's pretty scary in this movie.
Go look
I
him up,
would like
Graham.
I would like to reiterate that I was alive for 6 months of the 80s.
All right, well, go look up
Well,
Tiny Tim.
believe me, this is nobody knows this movie. I actually had my brother
Okay.
watch it. He could only get through about 2/3.
I've actually
Oh,
heard of
great.
it. I've just never obviously seen it.
But yeah, I would say justice is served, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Can I just have solitary?
Wait, what?
I said, can I just have solitary?
Sure.
Not
Um,
sit through this garbage.
So Scott, what do you want to do? What do you want to pick from that list that you haven't
I'm
seen?
looking over at my DVD collection or my Blu-ray, whatever, my movie collection,
Oh, that's right.
and-
Graham's gonna have to get that on Amazon or something.
and I'm just gonna pull this out right here.
No Country for Old Men.
Oh, yeah. I've been putting it off for too dang long. I'm gonna watch the damn thing. Although I know it's a long one, but that's okay.
I prefer Waiting for Guffman, but
I don't have
It's
that.
your
I have to
choice
rent it or
since you
something
won.
to find it. All right. I'm gonna take No Country for Old Men finally.
Graham, what do you want? What do you want me to watch?
Oh,
Oh.
Hear it.
okay. All right. So I had my options for if I won and my option for if I lost. And since I lost, I think I'm gonna have you watch classic bad movie. Came out in 2009. Little
Uh-oh.
movie by the name of Dragon Ball Evolution.
Okay, fuck it.
Oh,
I mean, clearly I know what it is.
Right. Is it
okay.
that bad?
I am a fan of Dragon Ball Z, and I have not managed to get through the movie a single time.
Wow. Is that good, huh?
Oh, it's something.
It's the Highlander 2 of the franchise?
Oh, I don't even know if I would. That might be doing a disservice to Highlander too.
To be fair, I didn't go too deep on any of these movies because it'd be no fun if like nobody knows anything that I'm saying going through it. So
I've seen 3 of these. Speaking of runtime, too, there's an awesome Bruce Campbell movie called Running Time that's kind of hard to find. Well, it used to be. I don't know if it still is. It might be streaming somewhere. And it's basically the conceit of it is Bruce Campbell plays this guy who just gets out of prison, and his buddies pick him up and they're gonna immediately take him on and get him in trouble again. But it's the way it's shot. It's supposed to be one continuous take, so it's like an hour and a half of just one take nonstop. It's pretty cool. I mean, they do some clever things to hide the cuts and stuff, but when you're watching it, it actually feels like it's just like an hour and a half in real time. It's pretty cool. It's called Running Time.
well, that
Go
can be
look
your
that one up.
choice for me.
If you can find it.
It's actually very funny because one of my choices for if I had won to give Kyle a movie that wasn't like as bad was a Bruce Campbell movie.
Which one?
My
Oh, is
name is
it?
Bruce.
Oh yeah. Nice.
I might have seen that.
It's not bad.
Wait, I thought the rules were you only give me a movie if
If we get 15,
yeah.
we got.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Well, he got 15. He can assign you a
Yeah.
movie.
we both
Why
got
would you give
we
me a
both
good
got
one?
15.
Well, yeah, we both signed. Yeah, we both
That
got a
was
movie.
it.
Do we do
It
assign
was
you each a
gonna
movie?
be it was gonna be for if I won or not. I would have gone a little lenient, but I have to watch shit. You have to watch shit.
So Scott, any idea what you want me to watch? Like, are you gonna?
Um, I was gonna. Have you ever? Let's see. What do I have over here that's not terrible? That's
No,
kind
the
of
whole
fun that you
point is
haven't
I'm
seen.
watching it. You got 15. I'm supposed to watch something terrible.
Oh, you ever seen Dragon Slayer?
Dragon Slayer. I don't
Movie
think
from the
so.
80s. It's pretty good. Um,
He's still missing the point. It's supposed to be a punishment.
oh, all right. I don't want.
I'm not gonna let up even next time either.
Okay, fine. What can I make you watch? I should have given this more thought. You ever seen the 1980 Flash Gordon?
Yes.
Okay. Do you like it?
No.
Okay. Well, that would be my choice probably. But how about? Shit, I know you've seen that. I can't think of any bad movies. Dang it.
Make him watch The Last Jedi.
I've
I'm
seen
not.
that 10 times, so there's no point.
Not that evil. I don't know, dude. I'll make you watch Death. I'll make you watch. Yeah, I'll make you watch Death Race 2000. How's that? The original one I talked about in the pod that will never be released.
Death Race 2000. Heard.
It's one of those so bad it's good or so good it's bad. One of the two. I'm not sure which. There's another one for this is one. Get the one from 1975 with David Carradine and Sylvester Stallone. Not the one from whenever they did a remake of it a few years ago. And I want you to beat the neighbors when you see the hand grenade joke.
What?
I just want you to fly into a fit of rage and murder somebody when you see the hand grenade joke.
Okay.
You'll
So
know when
wait,
you see it.
this movie is about David Carradine running in a car race.
It's okay. Here's the brief description from IMDb. In a dystopian future, a cross-country automobile race requires contestants to run down innocent pedestrians to gain points that are tallied based on each kill's brutality. Director Paul Bartel. That name sounds familiar. Starring David Carradine and Sylvester Stallone.
God, I
will
hope
watch
he
it.
doesn't choke in this race.
It is fantastic. Sylvester Stallone is Machine Gun Joe. David Carradine is Frankenstein. Fantastic. It's a beautiful movie. Chef's kiss. It's coming next week. I hear we have a special guest.
Who is it gonna be? Somebody we
Some
know?
somebody we know, somebody who I believe, said is your inspiration for this particular podcast of ours. The one, the only, Justin Kyle from the Wannabes podcast.
The wannabes. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, Graham should like listen to at least one of those so he knows. But he doesn't have to.
Yeah, met Justin on the
Oh,
cruise.
I figured I was just gonna go in blind.
Sounds about right for us.
Yeah, we met Justin on the cruise. Also met Nick Gula on the cruise. And John, all three of them from the Wannabes. They met on the cruise. We met them on the cruise. They put together a podcast. We're putting together a podcast. Kyle and I saw them. Well, everybody but John. We saw Nick and Justin at the whatever it is, a TESD General Store Black Friday sale last year. And so got to talking and got this podcast going. Justin says he's going to come on. Should be fun.
I'm excited.
Yeah, you got to
We'll
watch this.
finally have our first official guest, not counting redacted.
I'm sure Pat's still listening for it. Where am I?
Do you have Amazon Prime, Kyle?
Yeah.
Okay, it's on Prime. Death Race 2000's on Prime. Included on Prime Video.
I should probably see if about that blood harvest, because hell, I'll even cash app
I'll
him the
find it
money if it's a
somewhere.
couple bucks, because I'm making him watch it.
Tiny Tim and Itonia Salchek? Wow, this looks bad.
The fucking cover.
IMDb gives it 4.6 out of 10.
I
Trivia,
can-
did you know Tiny Tim wore his own clown suit?
I can start a subscription trial for a streaming service through Amazon. Get it for free.
I'm sure you could just bootleg it too.
It's on Fossum,
Oh.
Plex,
For shame.
Screambox, Roku Channel. Roku Channel has it. Tubi has it.
Oh, there you go. Tubi's free.
Oh my gosh, Tiny Tim and clown makeup. Oh, you're fucked.
And he fucking sings throughout it randomly. It's so
Oh, my
awkward.
Lord.
Don't worry, it's not like overly gross or anything.
That's going to be rough.
I'm
Get the-
excited to talk about it next week.
May God have mercy on your soul indeed.
I figure we'll wait like a month before we do another one, so it doesn't just seem like it's some movie podcast. All right, should we end it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the game, and until next time, stay pointless.